Good morning, everyone. Today is a very busy day. So I decided to take you along with me just to add something else to my list of things to do today. Now, I wanted to take you along to show you how I still actively eat in a deficit, because yes, I am still on my little fat loss journey. Why is this not opening? Thank you. While I am out and about and can't really track calories very well because I'm not gonna be cooking everything from home. So I thought I could give you some helpful tips for when your schedule is disrupted, you're on vacation, you have a day out, your schedule changed last minute, you just have to change things up. But if you're still actively trying to lose weight, you don't want to end up just eating a ton of extra calories and ruining all your progress and then getting disappointed in yourself and really ruining all your progress. So this video is specifically for people who usually track and are trying to lose weight and may not be able to track. I do have an entire video all about how to lose fat without, oh, I can't do this while talking. All about how to lose fat without tracking at all if you are someone who, just doesn't have a good relationship with tracking food. I have that video all for you. You can check that out. I'll link it down in the description. And I'm actually just going to be using some tools from that video today to track my intake without actually tracking a single number. Okay, this eyebrow hair, cramping my style. There we go. I'm in a wee bit of a rush this morning because I just have way too many things that I need to do and an actual timetable to keep today. So if I don't get them done, I'm screwed. But today of all days, not a great day for a busy day. I did not get much sleep last night. I put my dress on backwards this morning. That's how today's going. I ended up getting sucked down the rabbit hole of curly girl method videos. A lot of you have asked me for my hair care routine right now. No one's probably asking me for my hair care routine.
I don't really have a routine. I've never really had a routine. It just kind of cooperates some days, and it's those days that I choose to film usually.
I don't really care enough to spend any extra time doing stuff like this. I literally just put this on for you guys. 19 times out of 20 when I'm going out in public, I don't have anything on. My hair is just up in a little poop bun. That's what we got going. But who knows? Now that I've gone down the rabbit hole and accidentally stayed up late doing so, maybe I'll try the curly girl method. No promises. So lately, I've been wearing a fanny pack. I started wearing it because I was going to protests and it's just a lot more convenient. I don't really know how I feel about it as everyday wear, but like I said, I don't really care how I look or what people think of me, so we're doing it. This has like a perfect pouch for a mask and a car key. Got my wallet. Got my phone. Should probably grab a hair tie just in case, because this isn't. Got it. Am I missing something? Mask. Ooh, can't leave without my world clarifying devices. Stop number one is the farmer's market because I have been meaning to go since my chocolate guy came back to the market. He also finally has my favorite coffee in stock, When Harry Met coffee, so I'm gonna go pick some of that up.
1 hour later.
I don't see my chocolate guy, this is the problem. Aha! Hello, chocolate and coffee. I wish you guys could smell this chocolate. Ugh, I haven't had his chocolate in way too long. This one is 72% dark chocolate with a little bit of salt and dried mulberries. Fancy. Today's gonna be a better day. The smell of chocolate is just, it's gonna make everything better. So it's actually super early for me to be eating right now. To be fair, I also got up a lot earlier today. My whole schedule is just out of whack, but if I don't eat now, I won't be able to eat until like 4:30. So since I'm in the old neighborhood, I'm stopping by the Source Cafe to get some breakfast, but first I wanted to try some of the chocolate because it smelled so good and now I can't stop. Look. It has little mulberries in it. How cute is that? It's so good. Starting out your day with chocolate is not one of my tips for staying in a deficit when you're not tracking, but I wanted some. Don't judge me. Let's get some real food. For breakfast, I ended up getting the egg frittata that's stuffed with a bunch of great vegetables and has a side salad, and then I also got the avocado toast substituted paleo flax bread since the regular bread is not gluten-free and I'm not about to die today, or at least suffer major internal distress due to consumption of gluten. I was not confident I would be able to finish all of this amazing, delicious food, but as it was amazing and delicious, I finished it. No problem. Now I'm off to actually get a COVID test. Gonna get a little thing up my nose. Ugh. I don't even want to think about it. I'm going to visit my parents in a few days to celebrate Dad's Day a week late, and I didn't want to give my dad COVID for Father's Day. I'm ready.
Okay. You got it. Oh, that's good.
That was not as bad as I thought it was gonna be,
Right?
but my eyes are watering.
Yeah, you're making a sneeze.
My nostrils feel violated. Back home, and I have just a few minutes until I have to hop on a series of client calls, but first I want to quickly go through some of my top tips for staying in a deficit without tracking. These are all things that I focused on with my breakfast this morning. Number one is focus on protein. In my opinion, this is the number one thing to do if you're eating out, grabbing a snack, whatever. Pick something with protein and build your meal around that protein. Not only will this help ensure you're still getting enough protein throughout the day, even though you're not tracking your protein intake, but protein is also extremely satiating, and so it's going to help you feel more full and not want to keep eating and eat yourself out of a deficit. From there, you're gonna wanna focus on fat. Similarly to protein, fat is extraordinarily satiating, and it's going to keep you fuller for longer, which is gonna keep you from wanting to eat another meal in a couple hours or start snacking throughout the day, again, taking you out of the deficit. And then the third step is to focus on volume. You're gonna wanna have stuff in there that just increases the volume of the food that you're eating, because that is what is going to help send the satiety signals to your body and again, keep you fuller for longer, but also keep you from wanting to eat a second or third or fourth portion of whatever it is that you're eating. So with my breakfast today, you'll notice that the first thing I picked was the egg frittata. I was prioritizing protein there. And then eggs do have a really good amount of fat. So if I weren't already hungry and knew I wasn't gonna be able to eat until basically dinner, I probably would have just stopped there. But since I knew I was gonna need a little bit more food, I decided to add the avocado toast to get a really good source of healthy fats from the avocado. And then for volume, the frittata came with a decently sized side salad, so that ended up taking up a lot of space in my stomach without adding a ton of extra calories. And I guess potentially a fourth step, but I also feel like this is definitely much closer to personal preference than something that would necessarily work for everyone. I find that I tend to do better when I limit more carbs, especially if I'm not tracking, just because the more carbs I eat, the more carbs I want to eat, the hungrier I get, so the harder it is for me to stay in a deficit. So if I'm not tracking and I don't really want to have to like worry about how much I'm eating, then not adding in extra carb sources will really help me stay more full and satiated. Like, it's been hours since I ate that breakfast and I am still very, very full. But that is really up to you. If you feel better eating more carbs earlier in the day and you know that that's going to satisfy you, satiate you, then by all means do that instead. Okay, want to see some like funny behind the scenes YouTube stuff? I put on a sports bra to film my I tried doing HIIT every day for a week video, but I was too lazy to change the rest of my outfit, so I just still have my dress on. It's just a skirt now, but it has arms. But now I'm kind of warm and don't really want to put a long sleeve something back on, so I might just change out of the dress and actually put shorts on. I don't know. Anyway, decided to stay in the sports bra and put on some shorts because, as you may have noticed, I have not gotten in a workout. I have not gone for a walk today, so I'm gonna need to go for a walk. So as soon as I'm done going through this, then I think it's walk time. Right now, I'm actually going through a course that I wanted to share with you guys because last week I told you that I officially quit taking the hormonal birth control pill and I'm now on a hormone balancing journey to get my real period back. And before I decided to do this, I listened to Beyond the Pill by Dr. Jolene Brighten twice, and then I actually bought the book as well. So needless to say, I am a huge, huge fan of Dr. Jolene Brighten. Cannot recommend following her on Instagram enough. Like, she is just a treasure trove of information about all things hormones. I definitely recommend this course that I'm doing from her. After reading the book so many times, I decided to get birth control hormone reset course, especially after going through topical steroid withdrawal. The idea of coming off of another medication and kind of going through withdrawal process from that kind of terrified me, and so I wanted to be as prepared as possible, have all of the good information that I could to ease my transition and try to minimize any potential withdrawal symptoms, because a lot of people, when they come off of hormonal birth control, get what is called post-birth control syndrome. And post-birth control syndrome has many side effects, like
period loss, heavy or painful periods, acne, headaches, hair loss, depression, anxiety, pill-induced PCOS, infertility, hypothyroidism, leaky gut, immune-related symptoms, amenorrhea,
among other things. I just wanted to try to avoid all that. So basically, I'm going through the program right now and I'm doing today's lesson. Not gonna lie, I'm not quite doing it the way you're supposed to do it. The way it's set up is I think it's like 30-something days of instruction, and so every single day there's like a new module, a new video, a new thing for you to learn and study. I've kind of just like gone through all the videos, and then I'm gonna go back and do things day by day, because there's not only like information to learn, but there's also challenges. There's like a sleep challenge and a cruciferous vegetable challenge and a seed cycling challenge and all of that, and that's supposed to be timed with the lessons. But you know me, I love the information and the learning, so I kind of just blasted through the learning part, and then I'm gonna go back and like do the challenges and implement the actual like action steps. But I am on day 25 out of 35. That's how many days there are. And so far it's been super informational and has really condensed a lot of the key things that I've been trying to like do research on. What I'm most excited about is the meal plan that it comes with, that is designed to nourish your body and help it detox from the birth control. So I'm really excited to like dive into those recipes and try some of them out. But since there were so many of you on my last video about birth control that left comments about how it's affected you, or you know, being scared to come off the pill, I'm gonna leave a link to this down in the description so that you can check it out, because regardless of whether or not you want to stay on the pill or not, there are a lot of steps you can take to help lessen the side effects of either coming off the pill or the side effects of staying on the pill. And this program really kind of breaks down the exact action steps that you need to take. So I definitely recommend it. Check it out. I'm off for a walk. I think I'm gonna do my like 45-minute loop today, since I really just have been so inactive today, other than like rushing around between different like appointments and stuff. If I had to guess, I would say I've gotten in like 4,000 steps today. Let's check. By the way, this is what I use to track my steps now. It's my Aura ring. Oof. 3,900 steps today. Wee bit sad, but whatever. I'm gonna start Project Comeback on Monday, so it's all good. Speaking of which, if you haven't got Project Comeback, it is currently on sale, 15% off with the code COMEBACK2020, and I am doing a like super limited run accountability group for all of us starting it on Monday, July 6th. So if you want to join that, I'll leave a link to the Facebook group in the description below. I'm super stoked for you guys to be doing this with me, just because it's gonna hold me accountable and just make me so much more motivated. Starting a year ago, I took about 9 months off from the gym to help my body heal from topical steroid withdrawal, and just as I was starting to get back into it, I think I had done like 4 gym workouts. Quarantine happened and they closed down the gyms, and I was literally crushed. And like, yes, I've been able to get in effective workouts at home, but I don't have nearly the same motivation. So I am very excited to be going back to the gym, staying safe, sanitizing everything, and staying healthy. I genuinely am so stoked to be starting Project Comeback again, rebuilding those healthy habits, getting back into the routine, and just generally getting back on track with everything to feeling as good as I used to. My hair's a mess. I hit 9,000 steps. That's good enough. I am hungry. It's time for dinner. Fair warning, this dinner is kind of weird. I ended up making it the other night because this is what I had in the fridge, and it was all I could think of to put together, and it ended up being one of the most delicious things ever. Again, it's weird, but I have been loving it. So this is the key part. We start out with a piece of bacon. Here's part of the weird part though. The bacon is not part of the dish. The bacon is a snack to eat while cooking, but we're cooking everything in the leftover bacon grease that's gonna be in the pan from cooking the bacon. I started doing this because for breakfast, I made bacon, and then I just had the pan left over. I hadn't cleaned it, and I was like, what if I cook my stuff in the bacon grease? And it is a game changer. So to the bacon oil filled pan, we're adding 1 entire scallion. Just gonna let that cook a little bit for like 30 seconds. I'm prepping my zucchini. My taste buds have changed so much since my 30 days without sugar. I'm just eating the zucchini. I don't know what's wrong with me. Now we have about a cup of chopped up cauliflower. And while that's cooking down, it's time to snack on the bacon. And I may or may not just eat the rest of this zucchini. But actually though, while that's cooking, I'm just making like veggie ribbons using the peeler. So I did like half of that giant zucchini, and now I'm doing almost an entire carrot. We'll see. I want it to be like roughly 50-50 zucchini and carrot ribbons. I'm throwing in just a sprinkling of some chopped up Brussels sprouts. Now that that's mostly Now that that's mostly cooked, I'm adding 8 ounces of ground beef. And just a little bit of salt, onion, garlic, and some pepper. Okay, so the meat's done cooking, so that has come out. And the veggie ribbons are going in with the same seasonings. But this is where the fun part happens. To the beef, we are adding half of an avocado. The best part, we're adding in shredded cheddar cheese. Because why not? I'm not personally intolerant to dairy, so it's fine. Gonna mix it all together so that the heat from the beef melts the cheese, and you just get this like gooey, avocado-y, cheesy, like hamburger almost. It's amazing. And here we have my giant dinner bowl. It's like my favorite thing right now. Like, the veggies are so simple, but for some reason, I could eat like 6 pounds of carrots and zucchini if I cook them this way. But the point that I want to make with this meal is to pay attention to your portion sizes and just try to mimic what you usually eat when you're in a deficit. But if you usually eat with some amount of consistency in portion sizes when you're in a deficit, then you can just use that kind of as a guide for choosing your meals and your snacks throughout the day when you can't track. And the last thing that is pretty darn important, but also a little bit trivial, is just make sure you're hydrated. Like, make sure you're drinking enough water. Speaking of which, I have not drank enough water today. I should go get a glass of water. But in general, staying properly hydrated is just good for your health. But as you are trying to stay in a deficit, it'll just make sure that your hunger is not being driven by the fact that you're actually thirsty. I'm rounding out my day with just a smidge more chocolate. All in all, I will have eaten about half a bar of chocolate today. Just so you know. It's late. Later than I was hoping. I'm currently putting away laundry, drinking a cup peppermint tea, trying to keep Ernie from eating my plants. I have 2 mismatched socks. Got a lot on my plate right now. Long story short is that it's basically bedtime. We're working on it. Got this little guy to myself tonight. None of the other roommates are here, so he's hanging out with me. So cute. Alright, enough jibber jabber. I am off to bed. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. I hope these tips were helpful. If you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up because it really does support me and my channel. I really appreciate it. Please share this video with your friends, your family, your neighbors. Get on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Leave a little comment down below and let me know if you have any other tips and tricks to share for being in a deficit without tracking. Also, let me know what your goals are for the next 3 months, like your health and fitness goals. What are you trying to achieve? In the meantime, if you want to see more videos from me all about health and fitness, you can check them out over here. To see future videos from me, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the little notification bell so you get notified, and I will see you very soon. Bye.